Hey, everybody, it's time for this week's Hump Day Highlight, and we are excited to have one of my favorite people, Abby Bradley with Pinewood Studios. Abby, welcome to Hump Day Highlight. Tell us, what do you do over there at Pinewood Studios?
Hey, thanks so much for having me. I lead all of our marketing and community relations efforts here at the studio.
Well, and you are out and about everywhere and represent the studio well, and we appreciate that a lot. So the studio's been a little quiet here the last couple of months because of all what's going on. But is there anything exciting you can tell us about? What's the outlook for the studio?
Yeah, so physically it might have been quiet in that we haven't been here on site, but our team has been working steadily from home. We have some of our team members here on site today, including me. I'm coming to you from our screening room. And we are actively preparing for productions to return, some as early as next week. So we're really excited about that.
Well, we're really excited about that because, as you know, the work y'all do is so exciting about the future of Fayette County. So we just appreciate everything over there. And I'd be wrong if I didn't mention that the studios are a chairman's investor along with Pinewood Forest for the chamber, and we appreciate y'all's membership and involvement. Every time I've made a phone call and say, "Hey, I need something," the answer's always been yes, and so we appreciate that.
Absolutely. We appreciate you guys.
So we always do the three H's here: a hero, a hardship, and something you're hopeful about. So let's start. Tell us about your hero.
So I would have to say my hero is my dad. From the time I was 16 months old, he has done what any great dad does and teaches me that I can do anything I put my mind to, whether that be as simple as riding a bike to learning how to drive. He taught me how to operate heavy equipment, pulling trailers, and then most recently, he actually helped me build my own house. Never would have thought that was possible, but my dad, myself, and my fiance literally built my house from the ground up. We did all of the grading, the framing, every part of the house from start to finish. So that has been quite an adventure and completely made him my hero.
Well, if y'all can survive that, you can survive anything. That's for
Absolutely.
sure. That's for sure. So tell us about a hardship that shaped who you are, and how you got through it.
Sure. So I'll be honest, I watched the three previous Hump Day highlights that you've done and couldn't really think of a specific time in my life that I would define as a hardship. But I will tell you, this past season from March has been the most challenging for me. As you mentioned, I'm always out in the community. I'm a board member for Main Street, and so we usually have events monthly. I was supposed to be involved in the golf tournament with you guys, which has now been postponed to later this year. So excited it's still happening at least. But to go from someone who's out and busy all the time to really being socially isolated has just been really challenging, but also a good learning experience.
Well, I think we can all agree with you on that. It has been tough. It's nice to go out now and just see some faces,
Yes,
not
exactly.
just on Zoom, even though Zoom's great to connect with people.
Yeah.
So tell us what you're hopeful about in the future.
So kind of tagging on to what we've just been through, I'm really hopeful that we have, as a society, have learned to not take each other for granted. It's been so hard to be apart, and I just hope that it has given us all a new appreciation for one another.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I do want to mention the fact, and I failed to mention this earlier, you're a Fayette County native, right?
I am. I
And
am.
and, and went to high school. Which high school did you go to?
Sandy Creek.
So you went to Sandy Creek,
Yes.
and didn't go very far from Sandy Creek to your
Not at all.
job.
Not at
But
all.
what a great success story coming from right here in Fayette County, getting into the most exciting business in Georgia, the movie business, the film production business. Abby, we appreciate everything you do for us, and we appreciate everything you and all the team out there does for Fayette County and Georgia. So thank you for being a part today.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.
Sure. Folks, that wraps up this week's Hump Day Highlight. We'll be back next week with another great guest. Don't forget June 24th for our chamber members. We've got a webinar coming up on the paycheck protection loans, and we're looking forward in August to getting all back together. That's when we'll start our in-person events. So have a great week. We'll see you soon.